Thanks for checking out the Wapta 30. This Wapta 30 pack is an ultralight frameless backpack that weighs as little as 375 grams or 13 ounces, while still being a very fully featured, capable, and durable pack. It's ideal as an overnight backpack for the ultralight hiker and also makes a great day hiking pack for everyone. So what really sets the Wapta 30 apart from existing frameless backpacks is really three different things. First of all, it's using more advanced materials and construction, including this brand new pack fabric called Graflyte from ALUULA. Secondly, it's got some innovative designs for a number of the pockets and other details that make it more usable and functional. And thirdly, it's got advanced shaping and other design details to make it more comfortable. Starting with the materials and construction, the most exciting thing is that we're using this new backpack fabric called Graflyte from ALUULA that really is an improvement in backpack fabrics. It's from a Canadian company. We were involved in the development, and it's improving upon existing backpack fabrics for 4 different reasons. So the first reason why this backpack fabric's better is that it has a face fabric weave that is 100% of these awesome fibers called ultra high molecular weight polyethylene. That's a mouthful. It's more commonly known by brand names like Dyneema, Ultra, and Spectra. But essentially what you need to know is that no backpack fabric before has been a composite fabric with a durable film on the inside and 100% these fibers on the face because of technological challenges with how you join everything together. That's something that ALUULA has solved, and so they can use their special process to put it all together in a way that you get 100% the most durable fibers on the outside of the pack where you need them, and that just makes the pack fabric lighter yet stronger. Second reason why this fabric is an improvement is that it's using this crazy process. It's called molecular fusion with covalent bonding. Essentially what you need to know is that the film is not glued to the inside of the weave like you would typically have, and which can be a potential failure point if it fatigues over time. But instead, they're using this process where it's kind of like melting or fusing the film right on, which means that the film is on there extremely well. It's never going to delaminate, and it also makes the fabric recyclable. Third reason why this fabric's awesome is because it's edge stable. And what that means is that it's not going to unravel. So if you get a hole in the backpack, it's not going to kind of fray and fuzzy. That's because it's kind of like fused all together, the film and the weave. And it also means we can do cool design details, like we can do laser cutting on the fabric. So for example, the drain holes on this pack, we just laser cut these little holes. It's a simpler, lighter way of doing it, enabled by this characteristic of the fabric. And then the fourth great thing about this fabric is that it is heat bondable, which means that you can do heat pressing, hot air taping, things like that to create more advanced construction and just enable new ways of putting a backpack together that can make it lighter and more functional, simpler. So on this backpack, we're doing some of those things. We're doing heat bonding, we're doing laser cutting to make this more advanced pack that actually works better. So moving on to the functionality and features of the backpack. For this, let's start with the pockets. So the Wapta has 5 different types of pockets that are all designed together as a system to work better for you managing the gear that you need to have accessible. So the most unique pocket here on the Wapta that we'll take a look at first is the bottom pocket. So bottom pockets are something that have been getting a lot more popular in recent years because they're this really handy area to stow larger items. It could be like a hat, mitts, a bunch of snacks. You don't have to open any zippers. You just reach intuitively under the pack, shove it in the opening. A lot of people really like it because it is just that really handy, don't have to take your pack off, store bigger items type of space. But the problem with them is that bottom pockets have always been made from a stretch mesh material, which doesn't really sit right with us because it's taking this least durable material and putting it in the highest wear spot on the pack. That's the reason why we've never done them before, and that's why we're excited with the Wapta to have what I think is the world's first bottom pocket that does not use a stretch mesh. Instead, we've created volume by using pleats and protected elastics, so you've got this handy, easily accessible area without creating that vulnerability. That same design philosophy also extends to the front pocket, so again, we're not using a mesh because that's a potential wear point on the pack, but instead we're using this much more durable ALUULA material, creating volume with pleats and protected elastics, so the elastic's not exposed, but it's hidden inside the material. That gives you this really durable pocket, and yet we've added a ton of space. Other neat pockets on this backpack are the side pockets. We've spent a ton of work just to make these as easy to access your water bottles as possible while still keeping it secure. This can fit 2 smart water bottles, and the tension is adjustable here. Also up front, we've got shoulder strap pockets here. These are a great spot, especially for your phone, but they also work well for bear spray, sunglasses, small water bottles. And then we've got hip belt pockets that are our largest ones yet. These are also super handy pockets just for all the usual kind of things you're gonna keep in a hip belt pocket like snacks. Now, aside from the pockets, we've also got some pretty unique details on the sides of the pack. We've got these new kind of daisy chain type feature. We're doing like heat bonding and laser cutting with these to make them work better and be lighter. So with these, we've got all these little holes. This is rigged up in the stock configuration with 2 cords and a little buckle. You can open this up. If you need to put like hiking poles or a tent on the side, you can open it right up, you can close it, and it's just really quick to tighten with just one hand. But if you want to do something different, there's so much flexibility with this system. You could tie these cords in different places. You could put more of a zigzag. There's these same details along the bottom. There's loops on the bottom. You can rig up all sorts of different systems. You can even take like extra cords, use like there's like tensioners that can hook onto these holes. You could just set up basically anything with this system. It's also on the shoulder straps. And what you could do, you could add ice axe attachments, trekking pole attachments, basically whatever you want to do, you can probably do it with the versatility of the system. And yet it's incredibly light because we're using this tougher version of ALUULA material that is incredibly durable, quite a bit lighter than webbing. Another nice detail on the pack is these buckles on the sides that give you the 2 things coming into a single buckle with the double tensioners. So it's just the one pull to tighten that. We've done the same thing on the top. So with a typical V-shaped top strap, you're going to have a buckle to do it up and then a second buckle to tighten it. So it's 2 motions. This just makes it that one easy motion. You do it up and you just tighten it. So everything is really being thought through to be as user-friendly, functional, simple, and light as possible. Now, the third area of this pack that I think really stands out is the comfort. And for this, we've done a number of different things with advanced shaping and other details to make it a more comfortable pack for your hikes. So the most noticeable thing here is we've got these air mesh strips on the back. They're a cool detail, partly just because they're awesome, because they're heat bonded right on there, and it gives you just a nicer feel on your back and a little bit of ventilation. It's a nice way of doing it. It's not only techy and cool, but it actually avoids creating a whole bunch of holes in the backpack so that this can still be a fully waterproof backpack. Secondly, we've got shoulder straps that have an S shape to them, which is a better shape frankly for everybody. It's just, instead of a straight strap, these curve over your shoulders better. They're gonna just fit to your body better. We've also got a sternum strap that can attach to these laser cut daisy chains. You can move it up and down, just the length. You can put them underneath the pocket so it can go anywhere you need it to go. And then we've also got a hip belt. It's removable, so you can go even lighter if you want without a hip belt, and you'll still have this little grip spot here of air mesh. And the hip belt is also shaped very ergonomically, so it's actually curved upwards a little bit. And the reason it curves upwards a little bit is so when you wrap it around you, it's got a little bit of a cupping shape, which is just gonna grab your hips a little bit better to fit your body better. So everything about it has been thought through, from ergonomics and comfort, to make it a more sophisticated and refined pack that's just gonna fit better and be more comfortable in your adventures. So overall, the Wapta 30, I think it's an awesome backpack because, for all the reasons I mentioned, it's got that awesome material, advanced shaping, innovative features, just everything towards being more user-friendly, comfortable, and light. So you get what is an amazingly capable, durable, functional backpack for about 1 pound, depending on the configuration. Can be lighter than that if you go without the hip belt. So it's a lot of backpack. Thanks for checking it out. We'll see you on the trail.